this is our static and dynamic stretch class. We're going to work on postural training and some strength training. There's also a little bit of balance involved in some of our movements and standing. My name is Maureen. I'm a physical therapist and a neurological specialist. I'm going to take you through these different movements. Make sure, really important, that you feel steady when you're doing this movement and that there's no pain. There should never be pain with stretching. It should be comfortable, the range of motion that you're pushing your body through each time. With that said, we're going to have a seat on the edge of your chair. We'll start in this seated position today, and we'll do our circuit from here, going into standing, and the last part of class is down on the floor. All right, so we want to start in that nice big posture, head up and chest up. You want your legs out wide to open up your hips. We're going to start with a couple of deep breaths. So I want you to have your hands down. I want you to pretend you're holding a beach ball, and you're going to inhale, lifting that ball all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you bring it back down. Let's do 3 of these. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good, let's do 1 more for good measure. Inhale, and we'll hold 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Good, we're going straight into our diagonal patterns to warm up our stomach muscles and our shoulder, neck area. I want you to have 1 hand up in the air, reach down and across your body towards your shin, and then up and out as big as you can towards the ceiling. Let your eyes follow your hand, so you're warming up rotation in your neck. Up and out. Down and in. Up and out. Down and in. Up and out. We've got 3 more on this side. Down and in. Up and out. Down and in. Up and out. Last one, and we'll hold it at the top. Down and in. Up and out. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Same exact movement now on the other side. Hold that hand up in the air. Reach down and across your body towards your shin. Up and out as big as you can. Down and in. Up and out. Down and in. Up and out. Down and in. Up and out. 2 more. Down and in. Up and out. Good. Last one. Down and in. Up and out. And rest. Good. We're going to bring our feet back to shoulder width apart in front of us. And we're going to practice on that right leg, opening up the hip and warming up the muscles. So your right leg goes up and out as wide as you can. And then you bring it up and back into the center. Up and out. Up and in. Up and out. Up and in. Now this is our warm-up, so you want to start with motion you're very comfortable with, and then start to try to push your range of motion as your muscle warms up. Go ahead and let your arm join in on that same side, up and out. and in. Up and out. Up and in. 2 more. Up and out. Up and in. Good. Last one. Up and out. Up and in. Good. Okay, same thing on the other side. So you're going to bring that leg up and out as wide as you can. And then up and back in towards the center. Ready? Up and out. Up and in. Up and out. Up and in. Go ahead and get that arm involved too. Up and out. Up and in. 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 Good. 2 more. Up and out. Up and in. Last one. Up and out. Up and in. And rest. Good. We're going into weight shifting practice. So you want your feet shoulder width apart. I want you to sit towards the front of the chair if you're able to. And we're going to practice reaching forward and then rocking back. Each time you reach forward, see if you can clear your bottom off of your chair. Reach and rock. Reach and rock. Reach, rock. Reach, rock. Reach, rock. Good. 5, 4. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good. Now we're going to warm up our side shifting. So I want you sitting in the chair, front of the chair, legs are out wide. You're going to shift your weight and reach side to side. You're going to see this motion again later in class. We just want to start to warm it up, this lateral movement and weight shifting. Reach, center, reach, center, reach. Good. 2 more on each side. Reach. Reach. Last one, each side. Reach. Reach. And rest. Good. This takes us to the top of our circuit for sitting movements. Together, edge of chair, we're going to start with our floor to ceiling reach. Make sure your legs are out wide so we protect that low back. All together now, we're going to reach down, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor, ceiling. Good. 2 more. Floor, ceiling. And the last one we're going to hold. Floor, ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Second one is that seated side stretch, but we're going to add a hold to it. So we're going to lean over onto our thigh, and I want you to reach as big as you can across your body. If you can't, extend your opposite leg so you really feel that whole body stretching. We'll hold it for 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center, and then we reach to the other side as big as you can. 3, 2, 1. Center. Reach. 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 3, 2, 1. Center. Good. Last one on each side. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Last one. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. And rest. Good. The next one we're going to work on is for rotational movement in our upper spine, our thoracic spine. You're going to clasp your hands together and bring your elbows out to the side. You need to make sure you're sitting on the edge of your chair to be able to do this movement. You're going to glue your hands to your chest. Okay, so it looks like I have chicken wings. That's the right position to be in. Now we're going to choose one location. I'm going to go to my right, and we're going to do our right side for about 10 seconds. You're going to drive your right elbow back behind you to increase some rotation in your thoracic spine. This should be comfortable and feeling a little stretch in and around your shoulder blade, as well as maybe the top of your thoracic spine or base of your neck. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Same movement now on the other side. Go ahead and clasp your hands, glue them to your chest, make sure your chicken wings are up, and then we're going the other direction. Driving your elbow behind you. You can use momentum to your advantage. So if you go a little bit quicker, it will help you through that motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. Last movement of our seated circuit. We're practicing our rotational movement again, but this time we're going to involve our lower body. This is our sitting power move. So we have our legs out wide, arms are wide open, and then we are going to close to one side. Really important here. Look at what my leg's doing. It's turning and closing as well. And then we spring back, open. Go to the same side. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. 2 more on this side. Close. Open. Close. Open. And rest. Same exact movement now over to the other side. So we have our legs out wide, arms are wide open. You're going to close to the other side, allowing your legs to swivel close as well. And then we swing back open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. 2 more. Close. Open. Last one, here we go, close. Open. And rest. Good, that's our first time through that circuit. We're gonna repeat it, and I'm gonna add some dual tasking to a couple of the movements. Our first one is floor to ceiling. So we are bringing our legs out wide again to protect our low back. You're reaching down to the floor. And then we're reaching up to the ceiling, but when we reach up to the ceiling, I want you to punch 1, 2, and then we go back down. Floor, ceiling, 1, 2, floor, ceiling, 1, 2, floor, ceiling, 1, 2, floor, ceiling, 1, 2, 2 more, floor, ceiling, 1, 2, floor, ceiling, 1, 2, and rest. Good, next is our lateral movement. So we have our legs out wide. You're leaning your elbow onto your thigh and reaching as big as you can with your arm. We'll hold 3 seconds, and this time I want finger flicks if you're able to add them. 3, 2, 1. Come back center. Now we're going to the other side. Reach. Give me those finger flicks. 3, 2, 1. Center. Think about power each time. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. 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 Reach. 3, 2, 1. Center and rest. Good job, team. Now our third movement was that thoracic movement. This round, we're going to focus more on core. So we're going to do a diagonal pattern with our hands clasped together. Okay, notice my legs are out wide. My hands are clasped together. I'm going to be going down and in towards the inside of my knee. And then I'm going out both arms together, up and out, like I'm throwing a bucket of water over my shoulder. Okay, down and in. And then a little bit of power as you pretend to throw your bucket over your shoulder. Down and in. Good. Up and out. We call these chops and lifts in the physical therapy world. Chop, lift. Chop, lift. Chop, lift. Chop, lift. One more. Chop, lift, and rest. Good. Now we go through the other diagonal movement. Make sure your legs are out wide. Clasp your hands together. You're going on the inside of the other thigh. We chop down, and then we lift up to the other corner. Chop. Lift. Chop. Lift. chop, lift, chop, lift, chop, lift. Two more, chop, lift. Last one, chop, and lift, and rest. Nice job. That diagonal movement is used a lot in physical therapy because we get a lot of muscle involvement and multiple movement patterns to increase rotation and shoulder movement to help improve functional mobility. It's a great one to practice at home. Okay, last one is back to our open and close motion. So we have our legs open, wide, arms are open wide. We close to one side. And then we spring back open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. One more. Close. Open. And rest. Shake out those arms if you need to. Do some shoulder rolls. And then we're going to go into the other direction. Reset. Legs are wide. Arms are out wide. We're closing to the other side. Ready? Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Two more. Close. Open. Last one. Close. Open. And rest. Good. That brings us to the next segment of class, which is standing. I will show the movements to the best of my ability in a seated position as well. But if you're able to stand with me, go ahead and do so now. We're going to start with our hinging pattern. We have our hands on our hips, and I want you to have today both feet flat. Okay? You can have a little bend in your knees for athletic position. With both knees slightly bent, we practice our hinging motion. Okay? These are called good mornings. You lean forward, you feel that stretch on the back of your legs, and then you stand back up big and tall. Each time you hinge forward, your back is flat. Stand up big and tall. Hinge forward. Back up big and tall. Good. Modified here in sitting. One leg straight, one leg bent, and you're hinging forward to get that stretch. We have 10 more seconds in this movement pattern. Focusing on feeling a stretch on the back of your leg, your hamstring muscle. Chronically tight for most people. Let's try one more. Hinge forward and hinge back up. Good. Second movement, we're going to start to stretch our inner thigh muscle. I did this one last week. We're going to try it again. You're going to have your legs out wide. I'm going to have my hands on the hips to start with, and we're going to practice leaning over to one side by bending your knee. And then we come back to the center. We're gonna switch sides. Now we lean to the other side, bending our knee here, and opposite leg, your knee is straight. Come back, center. Notice how your head and chest should be up while you're doing this. I don't want you to have your head all the way down here. We want to make sure your head and chest are up for good posture. As we shift our weight and stretch our inner thigh. The bonus with this motion is that we get some strength training on the other leg as we're stretching the opposite. Good. The modified movement in sitting is a hinged position with your legs out wide to stretch inner thigh. Good. We have 10 more seconds through this movement our first time. We're moving side to side with our head and chest up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Next movement in standing. This is one of my favorites. I do this a lot in my high intensity classes. I want your feet out larger than shoulder width apart. You're going to put one hand on your hip and your opposite arm is going to reach as big as you can up and across your body and then all the way back down as far as you can towards the outside of your leg. Up and across. All the way back down to the outside of the leg. So multiple muscles stretching here. We have the side of our trunk and shoulder down into our hip. And then when you reach back this way, you might feel it on the inner thigh or on the opposite trunk. Big movement using that arc with your hand. Modified here is sitting and doing the same. One more on this side, big as you can, reach. And all the way back down. Good. Same thing, but now on the other side. Go ahead and put your hand on your hip. Make sure your legs are wide. Reach up and across as big as you can. And then all the way back down towards your ankle. Up and across. All the way back down. Up and across. All the way back down. Up and across. All the way back down. One more. Up and across. All the way back down. And rest. Good. Last one is our motion of stepping out to the side and then trying to hold that movement. So we step out. This is our warrior pose. Palms are up towards the ceiling. Look to the direction you stepped. 3, 2, 1. And then you push back to the center. If you need something for balance, put your chair right in front of you so you can hold on with one hand. 3, 2, 1. Push back to center. Step out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Push back to center. Step out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Push back to center. Step out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Last one on this side. Ready? Step out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Push back to center. Good, same movement now on the other side. So we have that right leg moving as big as you can, or the opposite leg that you were just using. You're going to step out and hold. Look towards that hand. 3, 2, 1. Push back to center. Step out, hold. 3, 2, 1. Center. Step out, hold. 3, 2, 1. Center. Step out, hold. 3, 2, 1. Center. 2 more. Step out, hold. 3, 2, 1. Center. Last one. Step out, hold. 3, 2, 1. Center. And rest. Good work. We have this same round one more time from standing. We have our hinging motion. So we have our hands on our hips. You want your legs shoulder width apart or a little bit wider, and then slightly bend your knees. That protects your back. Hands are on your hips. Hinge forward, keeping your back flat. Feel that stretch on the back of your legs. Hinge back up. Hinge forward. Hinge back up. Hinge forward. Hinge back up. Hinge forward. Hinge back up. 2 more. Hinge forward. Hinge back up. Last one. Hinge forward. And hinge back up. And rest. Good. Next one is to stretch the inner thigh. So this one, we have our legs out wide. You form a V with your legs. You can put your hands on your hips, or this time, I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to keep my hands out in front as I shift my weight and hold. Keep your head up, chest up. 3, 2, 1. Center. Now we go the other side. Shift. 3, 2, 1. Center. Shift. 3, 2, 1. Center. Shift. 3, 2, 1. Center. And shift. 3, 2, 1. Center. And shift. 3, 2, 1. Center. Last one on each side. Shift. 3, 2, 1. Center. Shift. 3, 2, 1. Center and rest. Good. Next one is our teapot movement. You're going to put one hand on your hip. The opposite hand is reaching up and across your body as big as you can. And then reach all the way back down towards your ankle. Reach up and across. Reach all the way back down. Up and across. All the way back down. Up and across. All the way back down. Up and across. All the way back down. One more. up and across, all the way back down. Good job, team. Same movement now on the other side. Go ahead and put your other hand on your hip. Now we're reaching and moving with the other hand, making that big arc across our body. Reach. And all the way back down towards your ankle or shin. Across and reach. Back down all the way to the shin. Across and reach. All the way back down. Good, 2 more. Across and reach. Back down. Last one, across and reach. All the way back down. And rest. Great work. We have one more movement in standing. It's our warrior pose. We're going to step out and reach. We look towards the direction we were stepping. 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Same side. Step out and reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Last one. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Same movement now on the other side. Use that other leg as big as you can. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Push back to center. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Last one. Here we go. Step out, reach. 3, 2, 1. Center. Good. Now we are transitioning down to the floor. Today we're going to be on our back. On your back, on a mat or on carpet. We're going to be down on the floor for about 5 or 6 minutes to do some postural stretching. All right, we're going to start with your knees bent up. And you want your legs about shoulder width apart. Put your hands flat onto your mat. I want you to practice bridging. We are bridging up, lifting your bottom up off of the floor. You will likely feel a stretch on the front of your legs, and then we will come all the way back down towards the floor. Bridge up and down. Bridge up and down. 2 more like this. Bridge up and down. Last one, bridge up and down. Good. Progression of that is called a bridge rainbow. So you're going to be still in that bridging motion. You're going to bridge up, and then I want you to shift your weight to one side and lower your bottom back down. This simulates the motion of scooting in our bed. We bridge up first, swing your hips to the other side, Wiggle your body over so you line back up with your hips. Okay, so I'm going to try to go the width of my mat. I bridge up, then I shift my hips over and back down, and try to wiggle my shoulders back in line, just like we do in bed. 2 more. Bridge up, shift over and down, and then wiggle your shoulders over. Good. Last one. Bridge up, shift over and down. Walk your feet over and shift your shoulders. Good. Go ahead and straighten out both your knees so you're laying totally flat. We're going to clasp our hands up in front of our eyes to start with, and then you're going to reach your arms overhead as big as you can. See if you can reach the floor to stretch around the shoulders and also your thoracic spine. 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms all the way back down to the floor to reset. Try it again. Reach as big as you can overhead. 3, 2, 1. Arms come all the way back down. Reach. Overhead. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Let's do one more. Reach. Overhead as big as you can. 3, 2, 1. Arms come back down. Good. Last part today, we're going to practice rolling. Another movement we use when we're laying in bed. You're going to have your knees back up, and I want them about shoulder width apart. Arms are straight out to the side, about 90 degrees up. We're going to choose one direction, and I want you to practice rolling. I'm going to use my left hand and reach all the way over to my right so that I'm laying on my side. Then I open back up. Notice how this motion is very similar to open, close in standing. Ready? We close down and roll. Then we open back up. Close down. Open. 2 more. Close down. Open. Last one. Close down. Open. Good. Same movement now on the other side. Use your other hand. Reach across. Close down. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. 2 more. Close. Open. Last one. Close. Open. And rest. Good. We're going to stand up together and do our PD Connect cheer. All right, I see some of you standing with me now. Now it takes a moment to get up off the floor. We're going to do our PD Connect cheer. We have our wide base of support with our legs, and it goes like this. How low Can you go? Show us your jazz hands. Double jazz hands. No tremors. On 3. 1, 2, 3. PD connect. PD connect. PD connect. Thank you all for joining me today for our stretch class. I'll see you all next week, same time, same place.